In today's video, I'm going over a couple of my top keywords for you to get into for March 2021 on Kindle Direct Publishing. What is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Dane, and on this channel I talk all about self-publishing books on Amazon, on entrepreneurship, and just lifestyle in general. So if that kind of thing interests you, make sure you subscribe, drop a like on the video, and hit the notification bell so you know when I post new videos. In today's video, I'm going over and continuing my monthly series of, I think I'm going to call it Killer Keywords, Killer KDP Keywords. It's gonna be something like that in the title. And basically it's where I go over my top keywords, maybe 2 or 3 keywords for you to look into for that given month. And it's not based on like holidays or seasonal aspects. It's based on just general keywords that can be consistent for you to make books about and sell throughout the entire year. Okay, so today's video, I have 2 keywords that I'm going over and showing you guys that have potential, in my opinion, for you to get into right now. They both have very low competition and very low average BSRs, which if you're familiar, that is very good when it comes to finding keywords on KDP. So don't waste any more of your time. Let's jump into my computer. I'm gonna show you both of these keywords and why I think they are good opportunities to get into this month. Okay, so we're in my computer here now, and as you can see on screen, the first keyword that I'm giving to you guys to look into for the month of March is raising goats. Okay, and I know this is a super weird keyword, super out of the ordinary, and it seems like something that why would someone want to buy a book about it? But I'll show you in just a sec. It's actually in demand right now, and it's definitely a book you can make a lot of money off of on a month-to-month basis. So let me reiterate what I said at the beginning of this video and why this keyword is in demand. If you're not familiar, the 2 things that we look for in the beginning, and then there's a couple other things we look for when doing keyword research, but I'll link my keyword research video on the top of this video because I'm going to go through every single one of the steps as to how to find these. This is just what keywords are good for you to get into right now. But 2 of the main things are going to be the low BSR we're looking for, which is the best sellers rank on Amazon. So the lower the average BSR is of the books on the first page ranking for a particular keyword, the more in demand that keyword is. And then the second thing we're looking for is the amount of competition, how many reviews the competition has, and how many results show up when I search a particular keyword. Okay, so let's look at raising goats, for example, here. The first thing I notice, I searched in the search bar. The first thing that I notice at the top is that there's 1,000 results for this particular keyword. And that is very, very low, all right? And especially if it's only a 2-word keyword, for there only to be 1,000 results popping up on Amazon, that is a very good sign. What we're looking for when we're looking at the amount of results is usually for it to be below 4,000 to 5,000 results. So this one obviously is way below that certain threshold. If it's above that, you're gonna be looking at a lot more competition to deal with if you were to publish a book in this keyword, okay? And scrolling through it, you'll see that there's quite a bit of high quality books competing for this keyword. But one thing you'll notice is that not a lot of them have a whole lot of reviews. One of the things we look for when we're looking for keywords to get into with Kindle Direct Publishing is whether or not there are other authority figures that have over 1,000 reviews on them. And you'll see that the top ranking books here only have around a couple hundred reviews, 177, 139. And I'm assuming there'll be an outlier with like 1,000 reviews somewhere. If I was going through here, I saw one with 700 there, 600, 700. So there's a couple, but for the most part, this one has 2,000. But for the most part, they're all quite low when it comes to the amount of reviews on the books. And that just means that we can compete with it. We can get into this market, get some reviews on our book, and start competing with Amazon ads and start to organically rank a book if we were to make it about raising goats. And the next thing we're gonna look at is the average BSR, all right? So what I'm gonna do is click this extension up here called BookBeam, and it's gonna give me an average BSR in the top left. When we're looking for an average BSR, if you don't know already, under around 150,000 is pretty good. This one is way down at 36,000. All right, so that's very low for a book for an average BSR. Basically, the lower that the BSR ranking is on a book, the better it's selling on Amazon. So if you look right here, this book has a BSR paperback ranking. Paperbacks are the main sellers when it comes to nonfiction books of 13,000. So that's very low. And if I look on the BSR calculator here, let's look at KDP BSR sales calculator. I think it's going to send me to TCK Publishing. Yep. So we're going to make this into a book. The book rank was 13,000, if I remember. Let's just see what it says. So 300 sales per month. So a little bit of math. That's around $1,500 per month if that book makes you around $5 per sale. So that's a pretty healthy online income from one single book that's on Amazon. Okay, $1,500 in royalties every single month from a book that's ranking around 13K. And you can imagine if it gets lower, I can show you. Let's see what a book with half that at like 7,000 will be making. 500 sales per month. So you're making around $2,500 off a book that's making you around $5 per royalty. And $5 per royalty is around average. That's pretty good for a single sale on a book. So raising goats is the first keyword of this killer keyword list that I'll be showing you today. There's gonna be 2 of them, but other thoughts on this keyword, you could definitely make a strong brand about this keyword. You can make tons of other books that are similar to this and make a bunch of bundles, make a website, make a brand presence like an outdoors brand or a raising brand. If you notice when I type in raising in the Amazon search bar and I press space bar, there's tons of other animals that pop up. It's not just goats, there's ducks, there's chickens. I actually saw something else earlier. There's chicks, you can see, like as in chickens. There's tons of other keywords, and let's just see, like just for fun, let's see what the, so chicks, look at how low this is. 56 results, BSR, 700K. So the average BSR is a little high on this one, but that's just an example. So the next keyword, as you can see on screen here, the second keyword of killer keywords for this month is toddler cookbook, okay? Completely different than the other one we were just looking at, raising goats. Toddler cookbook is a completely other option that you can make a book about that would do very well if you did it correctly, okay? And just to mention, I didn't talk about this on the first one with raising goats. Raising goats on Audible, if you look it up, the numbers aren't amazing, so you'd be primarily focused on paperbacks and ebook sales with that one. Not many people seem to be buying audiobooks about raising goats. Same thing with toddler cookbook. Anything that's to do with a cookbook, typically speaking, audiobooks don't sell as well in cookbook form. They usually sell better in paperback form, and that just makes sense. People want to see pictures of the recipes. They want to have a physical copy of a cookbook. So looking at this, we can see there is around 4,000 results. So compared to the goats one, there's only 1,000 there. There's 4,000 for this one. So it's a little bit more competitive, but we're still below that threshold of 5,000, 4,000 when doing research. And one of the best things about this keyword is that the average BSR is also very low in comparison to raising goats. There it is, it's popping up now. You can see top left. This one is very, very low. 13,000 is a very healthy number for a average BSR for the first page rankings of the books. And again, there's 4,000 results, so quite low. It's under 5K, so you're still in the green there. And scrolling through, there's a lot of high quality books here. I definitely would say that. But you'll see this one doesn't really fit in, so that's kind of an outlier. But you can see there's not a whole lot of books that have over 1,000 results or over 1,000 reviews. This top one does, but you could definitely get in there and compete for this keyword. One thing I will mention is that a lot of these books are printed in color, so you're gonna have a little bit of an issue there if you want to print your book in color. It costs a little bit more, not a whole lot more, but you're gonna have a reduction in your margins when it comes to selling books in this in this particular niche for this keyword. But I do see a lot of potential with this keyword. For one, it's very low competition, has a very low average BSR, and the potential for branding and making a full-blown like email list with a website and all this stuff about whether it be a cooking brand or a kids brand. You make other additional kids books and you pile them onto this cookbook, sell all these different things. There's tons of potential when it comes to kids books, and especially with this toddler cookbook, it's definitely one to get into right now as we move throughout March. So those are my killer keywords for KDP for the month of March. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. The first one was raising goats, had a average BSR of around 36,000, had under 1,000 results. So that's very, very strong, and it has lots of potential. Even though it's a weird topic, you could definitely get in there and make a book about those. The other one was toddler cookbook, and that one had around 4,000 results. So a little bit more competition for that one, but it had an average BSR of 13K, so it's very low. Lots of demand for both of these kinds of books, and you can definitely get in there and do very well. So that's it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this month's version of killer keywords. 2 of them today. I actually gave you a third one kind of, but just kind of giving you guys some ideas to get in there and get started, because I know lots of people struggle with keyword research when they first get into Kindle Direct Publishing. So I thought I'd make this video series just to help you guys out and get you in, get the ball rolling. If you're stuck on keyword research, maybe you can get into one of these keywords that I'm suggesting on a monthly basis. But anyways, if you guys want to learn more and get into self-publishing and start to make your own books and learn from A to Z how you too can get started, there's 100% free training down below. It'll walk you through again from A to Z how you can get started with self-publishing from scratch. It's 100% free. Click it down. It's in the description there. I hope to see you in that free training. So anyways, that's it for this month's video of killer keywords. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you subscribe, drop a like on the video, and hit the notification bell so you know when I post new videos. Try to post new ones on a weekly basis. So anyways, that's it for today, and I'll see you next week. Peace.